Akari prayed at a quiet temple and met Shiori by chance. Shiori teased Akari about praying for a mock marriage test, and it made Akari blush and leave in a hurry. At school, Juro was playing a one-dimensional video game and got teased by his friend Kamo. They bantered, but Akari's group interrupted, teasing them as the do for blocking the stairs. Kamo complimented Akari, and Juro thought she wouldn't notice them. Then, Minami showed up, and Akari acted sweet, proving Juro's point. The school bell rang, and Shiori told Juro she'd be paired with someone she knows. Juro had a crush on Shiori, and they were childhood friends. The teacher explained the mock marriage test, where students live together, and their bedrooms are separate. The test also affects their grades, but Juro wasn't paying attention. He hoped to be paired with Shiori, but got Akari, and they argued, losing points. Akari showed Juro the book of rules to change partners, which embarrassed him. They earned 1 positive point with Akari's help, but Juro felt overwhelmed and left. Akari thought about Minami. Juro saw Minami and Shiori talking, realizing they were a pair. At home, Juro was upset about Minami and Shiori getting closer. Akari comforted him because they were in similar situations. The doorbell rang, and Juro was about to leave. Akari insisted on a kiss on the cheek, but they accidentally kissed on the lips, resetting their relationship score. In a dream, Juro imagined Shiori kissing him, but he was woken up by Akari asking for help with chores. Weeks passed, and Juro saw Shiori and Minami getting closer while feeling down. He thought about connecting with Akari, his assigned partner, and found it challenging. At the end of the school day, Kimo talked about life with his partner, while Juro felt upset due to the constant rain. Akari briefly joined them before preparing to leave. However, Juro stopped her, saying the teacher wanted to meet. Akari declined, explaining she had plans for karaoke with friends, including Minami. She suggested Juro attend the meeting alone, which annoyed him. Deciding to meet the teacher, Juro found out their score remained at 0 for the whole week, affecting his final grade. Juro felt disappointed. Meanwhile, Akari had fun at karaoke with Minami and friends. Juro was stuck waiting for the rain to stop. Luckily, Matu joined him and hugged him, claiming to have seen a bug. Juro didn't notice her intentions. Later, Juro had a formal conversation with Shiori, who complained about his behavior. Before he could explain, Minami joined them to take Shiori home since she forgot her umbrella. After Shiori and Minami left, Akari joined Juro with her umbrella. She tried to cheer him up, saying they needed more points together. At home, Akari made homemade omeras for Juro with a ketchup heart, which he appreciated. In return, Juro offered to feed Akari. She hesitated at first, but eventually ate from his spoon, surprising them both. Kimo called for Juro from the other room, saving him from the awkward situation. Akari also felt shy as they headed to Kimo's house, interrupting the tender moment. At night, Juro dreamed of kissing Shiori, but Akari woke him up to watch horror movies. She said her friend suggested that watching horror movies and facing fear together would improve their score, and she wanted a better rank. Juro stopped the horror movie, telling Akari she didn't need to push herself. Akari surprised Juro with a pair of couple-like dresses she got on sale and wanted to see how they looked on him. This made Juro wonder if something had changed between her and Minami, but he decided not to dwell on it. A sudden thunderstorm caused a power outage, and Akari panicked. Juro comforted her, and she asked him to tell a funny story. Juro playfully teased her with a scary story, which made her say he should act like a gentleman. The sweet scent of a scented candle Natsumi gave her helped Akari fall asleep, and Juro appreciated her effort. The next morning, Akari blushed, remembering what Juro had said to her. After a week, Juro was happy with his B rank in the mock marriage test, while Kimo got C rank. Akari rushed over, agitated because Shiori and Minami were still in E rank. Juro wondered why they were struggling. Jiro fell ill after slipping in the bathtub, while Akari listened to her friend Mai playing the piano and admired her musical skills. Mai noticed Shiori's sadness and asked her about it. Shiori explained her discomfort around strangers and how it was affecting her relationship with Manami. She thought it was her fault they were still in E rank. Jiro was in bed with a fever, thinking about Shiori. He wished Akari hadn't left him alone and imagined how Shiori would take care of him. Shiori showed up at his door, startling him. Akari was with her friends, but thinking about Jiro and Manami. Shiori told Jiro that Akari had called her to visit him, and Jiro was happy about it. Shiori changed Jiro's cooling pad and made porridge for him. Memories of their past came to Jiro's mind. Shiori intended to feed him, but Jiro ate on his own, regretting it later. They talked about cooking, and Shiori mentioned her disappointing rank in the mock marriage practical assignment. She confessed her unease around Manami and said having Jiro as her partner would have been better. Jiro tried to encourage her but didn't succeed, leaving him disheartened, and he returned to his bed. Meanwhile, Shiori cleaned up and contemplated kissing Jiro as she said goodbye. Shiori decides not to kiss Jiro and quietly leaves the room. At a cafe, Akari's friends express concerns about Shiori staying with Manami, fearing she might steal him from Akari. Shiori remembers her last conversation with Jiro before leaving, where she wanted to confess her feelings but stumbled and said she only wanted to be friends, despite having strong feelings for him. The next morning, Jiro thanks Akari for sending Shiori to take care of him. He reassures her that he supports her pursuit of Manami rather than settling for him. Akari, however, doesn't like how it sounds, hinting that she might be developing feelings for Jiro. During breakfast, Akari asks Jiro for advice on how to impress Manami. Jiro suggests making the sweet rolled omelette for him. Over the next few days, Jiro tastes Akari's lunch creations, which lowers their relationship score. During a dinner, Jiro says he loves everything but prefers sweet rolled omelettes, leading to a conflict. Camo admires Jiro's lunchbox, thinking Akari is doing it for someone she loves. Jiro defends Akari, causing tension between him and Camo. Akari confronts Jiro about the lunch, and they argue again, while Camo feels lonely. The next morning, Akari makes a final lunch for Manami and offers Jiro a piece of rolled omelette. He notices it lacks sweetness and is hurt that Akari is making food for someone else. Akari dresses up, making Shiori realize she never did that for him. Akari asks Jiro for a kiss goodbye, but they're interrupted by Shiori at the door with apple pies for a couple. Shiori mentions making these pies for Manami, and Akari decides not to give her lunch to him. Jiro tries to cheer her up while enjoying the meal Akari made. Akari gives up, thinking Shiori is a better option for Manami. Jiro tries to lift her spirits, but his words take an unexpected turn, making Akari feel awkward. Thinking about Jiro's words, Akari decides to approach him, but Jiro stops her, suggesting that they should only do such things with people they love. This leaves Akari feeling conflicted, and she suggests that they should stop pretending in their mock marriage. Afterward, they stop talking for a week. Akari spends time with her friends, and Jiro plays video games, the silence between them growing heavy as they grapple with their feelings and the complexities of their mock marriage. After a week, a scoreboard is released, showing that Tenjin and Shiori are in a higher rank, while Jiro and Akari's scores have dropped to E rank. Shiori is saddened by the result, and Camo asks Jiro about the sudden rank decrease. Jiro chooses to ignore it, but can't stop thinking about his dilemma with Akari and the hurtful words he said. He begins to realize that Akari is not what others perceive her to be, especially when he recalls her trembling hands. He feels lost about how to address the situation with her. Shiori approaches Jiro and initiates a conversation about his situation with Akari. Her words make Jiro realize he needs to apologize and clarify what he meant. He appreciates Shiori's help, though she starts to feel a hint of jealousy. In the evening, Jiro returns home and decides to come clean about his words. He knocks on Akari's door, and she lets him in. Jiro compliments Akari's room decor and sits down for a serious conversation. As he starts to explain himself, Akari stops him, admitting she knows what she did was wrong. However, Jiro insists he wants a chance for them to keep their marriage practical going smoothly and wants to spend time with her like before. This confession makes Akari's heart race, and she admits she also likes Jiro a lot, saying, "I'm a team Akari guy." They become closer, and Jiro tries to kiss Akari, but she stops him, making Jiro embarrassed and Akari amused. After their conversation, Jiro leaves Akari's room, and she reflects on how she naturally confessed her feelings to him, even though she was feeling uneasy about their situation. It seems they are finally on the same page and have taken a step forward in their relationship.